on this journey, you come into all of this knowledge that starts to come into you as you awaken more. And it's when you're fully connected to your body, your mind, spirit, divine, whatever you want to call it, God, whatever you want to call it. And you have a masculine and a feminine energy within you. And as a female, if you're more in your masculine side, it's inverted. So you've got father wounds that haven't been healed yet. And so you're not able to surrender to the masculine side of yourself that's always in survival mode and taking care of this and being a boss bitch and, you know, being the action taker and the caretaker of the man, if you will, in every aspect of your life. Because there's still a lot of resentment and a lot of masculine shields of being hurt by your own father figure, whatever that is in your life, that your body's holding on to. And because your body holds the score, it's holding on to and causing disease in those areas of your body. And it's also crossed over. So like the left side crosses over your body to the right side. So that's like the logic, the action, the masculine. And then this right-sided brain is like more of creative flow. It crosses over to the feminine side of your body, the left side of your body, which is receiving, flow, allowing. And you have both of these energies within your field, and you're 95% water. And so because everything is energy, and because you're 95% water, and your body keeps the score of everything that's ever happened to you since you came onto this earthly plane, since your birth, if you're holding on to things, your body holds the score. And when you start to tap into your shadow or the darker side or whatever you want to call it, the devil, you take the elevator down to hell. It's a state of consciousness. That's what heaven and hell is. It's all here in the consciousness state. It's not anywhere else when you die, you know. So when you actually go down and meet your own demons and your devil within you, you start to heal those aspects within yourself, and you just bring them to your conscious awareness of what's coming up for you, what you hear. Where is the disease in your body? If you have disease or ailments or you're sick or anything, that is something that you're holding on to, that if you were to use meditation and frequency, because you're 95% water, if you use frequencies, it will literally vibrate that dense energy out of you. And it'll allow you have to allow yourself, you need movement as well, but it'll allow you to remove that disease from your body. And on a cellular level and a DNA level, everything starts to shift and change. And when that starts to shift and change, new neural pathways in your brain open up, you start getting new knowledge, your one side of your brain that you've been using your whole life of logic and all of this starts to open up. The other side, you cross over the hemisphere, you start getting more states of bliss. When you start to accept your devil, your demon, your shadow, everything about you, you just accept it for what it is. In that acceptance, without shame, is where you're able to come to your highest freedom. You hold the keys to your own freedom. Your freedom is not outside of you. I've said this before. So I've been asked the last few days, and when I say I've been asked, my higher self, God, asking me to release a lot of stuff within me. And it started around the 4th of July. And for a few days, I just stayed in the house and cried and slept and cried and slept, because that's how I process sometimes. And it was pretty deep. This one's a really big one. And I've been asked to really surrender into my femininity. And my whole life, I have been so guarded and so shielded because I have had to take the action and be the man and chosen men that are more in their feminine aspect, which if it's kind of inverted. So if the man is more feminine in his ways, he has the toxic energy that attracts me as a masculine feminine, and we kind of battle it out and play our trauma bonds out together. Now, if he were more of a masculine man who has balanced and healed his mommy wounds within him, he would be more grounded and more stable and healthy. And then if I settled more into my feminine wounds and healed my femininity, my mommy wounds within me, then I would be more receptive and allow him to lead as a masculine man and not have these shields of no trust. But it also takes the man to heal his feminine essence about him and balance his feminine masculine within him in order to have that balanced, healthy polarity. And it comes with a lot of work, a lot of inner work, and a lot of boundaries. But all of this to say, a lot of heart chakra opening. And so I've been having a lot of pain wanting to come out in here in this area. And it's a lot of, it's mainly on my right side. When I did breath work the other night, my whole right side lit up. And I go to the areas in my body, and I have a chart that shows what trauma you're holding in what part of your body that is being asked to be released. But I also know, because I ask my body, and I'm very tuned into my body. And so I'm talking this all out so that you can learn something from this and start to ask yourself and maybe do these practices for yourself to help you heal. Because that's what I'm here to do. Help you go into yourself and empower you to go into yourself. Because doctors are wonderful, but pharmaceutical is here to make money. And I'm just going to tell you that this is free, and knowledge is free, and meditation is free, and frequencies are free, and frequencies are energy that remove dis-ease in your body. And your logical mind that hasn't been expanded yet is so conditioned to thinking that you need medicine, you need this, you need that in order to remove your cancer, your pain in your shoulder, your this, your that. And I know it's hard to understand because you're like, no way, meditation can remove my disease. But it really can, because it's up to you. It's that dense energy. It's that energy that's holding on to things in your body system, in your cells on a cellular level, that are asking you to feel it, to go to the depths of yourself, to find that trauma that your body's holding on to let it go and move that energy out of you and transmute the energy. Because energy can never be dissipated, it never goes away, it can only be transmuted and moved. And so that's what's happening in your body, is it's holding this dense energy. And if you use frequencies, it will move that energy, and you move that out of your body, and you'll start to open up in your brain new things, and you'll start to get these downloads and information that come in, and you'll be more centered in your body, more connected to your body, so that you can then know, oh shit, I'm having a pain like right here, what's happening? And it's holding on to something that's coming up for you that's causing dis-ease in this area, heart disease, breast cancer, all of that, lung cancer, even in the lower chakra systems. It's all a creation of what you're holding on to emotionally that's causing dis-ease on a cellular level within your body. So if you could just focus and listen to frequencies and meditate and take care of yourself and move, you don't have to even go running, just move, stretch, move your body. You'll start to move that energy away. You'll start to hear things like in your mind of, I don't know, I'm feeling sad today, or I'm feeling mad today, or I'm feeling, I don't know, something will come. For me, I was being asked to open up my heart more. So I noticed that I had been slunching over a little bit more and wasn't with my shoulders out as much as I usually am. And so something was coming up for me, and it was coming out of the masculine side and my shields that I've had. And it was on my heart space. And so I'm causing my own self heart disease by not dealing with it. And so through the breath work, through sitting with myself, through the experience, through going on a run this morning, it's finally all releasing. And it's a lot of sadness and a lot of grief from heartbreak, from like, you know, my own perception growing up from my father who didn't know how, and he did the best that he could, didn't know how to be a healthy masculine because of his upbringing, right? There's no blame there. I love him and I am exactly where I'm at because of this, right? So, but it is that, not knowing that, and then me going into relationships and choosing relationships, and I chose not knowing at the time because, you know, you're going through it, you're not healthy yet, you don't know till you're aware. So choosing relationships where I abandoned myself and I was more masculine and the leader and they were more feminine and had all kinds of wounds and we were just playing out our trauma together. So it was more toxic relationships, and so that's all being asked to leave my body. And so it didn't come till this morning of like, I kind of knew what was coming, I kind of felt what was coming, and so it's just me sitting in that and like loving myself and giving myself my own nurturing and taking care of myself and my body and eating well and drinking a lot of water. And I keep hearing, don't drink as much coffee. So instead of 2 cups now, I'm just gonna stop drinking coffee until my body says, okay, you know, and if I never drink coffee again, then that's what my body wants, and I'll listen to it and take care of it. And anyway, I just wanted to share this morning because Tesla talks about 369, and you know, it's the key to the universe, and it truly is, because you are one with everything, and everything literally everything. You are a part of God, and so every single human that you interact with is a part of God as well. So they are God, and you're here to learn and grow and just truly come into yourself and your own power and truth in your heart. And Tesla's 369 is the 3, the yin, which is a feminine. The 6 is a yang, which is the masculine energy. And then the 9, God, that's spirit. So 369, it's you coming into a full balance of your masculine and feminine energy, centering into your heart chakra, allowing all the disease and all of your feelings to come up to the surface, going to the deep, dark depths of yourself and your own, and just accepting it. You don't have to remove it. I mean, your ego is always going to be there. You know, you're always going to have the subconscious and having to come to a new awareness. The healing journey is not to get rid of your ego. That's not possible. So when they say ego death, it's just more of like, okay, I came to a new level on the spiral of this knowledge within my ego that I was not aware of until now. So when you transmute that energy, it heals and removes from that portion of your body. And then you come up to a new level, your energy's higher because you remove that disease. The cells go now to heal that aspect of your body. And then it's like, okay, now you'll experience something else. And sometimes it's the same lesson on a higher level. And you're like, oh, here we are again. And you kind of just break free. It gets easier and easier and easier once you start to tap into this and you know your body more. And you really just surrender to, all right, what's the next challenge? I'm so ready for this. But it brings you to higher states of bliss. And when you accept everything for exactly how it is, I mean everything. Once you bring it up and you just accept it for what it is and you don't shame it and you give it compassion and love, you'll start to see that those shadow aspects in you actually go away because you're accepting them. Because it's when you add shame and you think you're sinning or something, that's shame. That's just how religion has taught you. And that's, you know, if you're into that, that's okay. That's your path. But just maybe ask questions about that, because if there's any shame in anything, that's not pure love. That's fear-based, and that's not heart, and that's not God. Spirit is perfect. And you are a creation of that. And it's just growth and knowledge and lessons that you're passing through as a human being. You're a spirit in a human body, and you came to experience it all. So try to remember not to shame yourself on your path, and give yourself love and compassion, and rest when you need to rest, because rest is even being proactive in your movement forward. So I hope this helps you in some way to come to a deeper understanding, and ask questions, ask questions about everything that you kind of encounter, and start to awaken and become aware of what you feel in your own reality and everything that's around you, and start just accepting you and everything and everyone around you, because we're all here to love and be loved, and that comes without conditions, and takes you to higher states of joy and peace and rest. Anyway, I hope you all have a good day.